Great crowd, lots of fun. I was telling people I'd almost pay to coach that game. I'm glad they're paying me, don't get me wrong. I would have paid to coach that game, and told the kids in overtime, I said, look, isn't it great we get to play five more minutes in front of this crowd. So they came out and did the job and made some big shots, Penova and Rondale, big shots. And other than that, they all played hard. Defense was solid. Good team. We were victorious.
Talk about that crowd, 6,700 strong, and fun to play in front of.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, and I know that, the kids put their heart out there, and that's when it's fun to watch basketball. When your team puts their heart out there, win or lose, it's fun to watch basketball. I did see a couple corners that were open, so bring a friend or two and see if we can't get it to where you can't get inside the cam and people are standing outside. And we build this program to where every year, every game, you got a great team out there playing, win or lose. You're going to have a great team out there that'll play and give you, make you feel good for the rest of your work week. So thanks for coming, and again, a great game.
18 for 18 from the free throw line. I guess Corny's doing a better job in practice with the team.
No, I took over. What, you doubt that? I took over. I told him, that ain't good enough, Corny. I'm going to do it from here on in. Now, if it had been 8 for 18, I'd take over tomorrow. but he does a great job, and our kids do a great job. They're capable of doing that. I don't look at that as exceptional. They're good enough to do that. So, again, they don't surprise me with great play. I kind of expect great play. It's almost like Luke when Luke shoot last year. I thought it was going in. I was surprised when it didn't go in. So, it's a good team. They play hard, and defensively lets us have a few little lulls occasionally. And but I was proud of the team. And it's been a great week. Great week.
Among other things, 19-9 off turnovers, 14-2 off second chance. Everybody get you a steal in your lineup,
Yeah, they were on. We were doing a lot of switching, and you look at our team. When you're out there, you got 4 little West Virginia guards, and that guy from over across the water. And, they play pretty good. Pennington had 2 big blocks right there toward the end in the overtime and end up with 6 blocks. He's probably leading the country in it. John didn't have all the steals. I might have to go back and check that one on Wilbur. I don't know if Wilbur got all that one right. He announces me, but I'm going to have to check because I thought John got his hands on the ball, but a few more times than that. But, they can get on you now. They're pretty quick, and West pounds and hounds the point guard. He got tired. The little Norton kid got tired, and that's West just hounding him the whole ball game. So I always said, we can be a very, very good defensive team. And Scott Rougeau does a lot with our defense, and they're picking it up, and they're taking the challenge, and that's why we won really, or looking like it could be a real contender as we get to the tournament time. We can stay and still grow, not stay, but grow from where we are right now.
John gets a triple-double and he shoots 3 for 16. What does that say about him?
John's a competitor. It tells you he's a competitor. And when he's not having a great game, and maybe his legs aren't quite as strong, he's had a cold for a long time, but he's a competitor. And even though he maybe not have that zip right in his step, he finds ways to contribute, make our teams better. And he's a tough nut, so doesn't look like one, but he's a tough nut. And plays hard. And sometimes when he drives the basket, he turns on the steam and tries to get through crevices. It takes a little nerve to go through guys weighing 230, 240, 250. But he'll go right at them, and just speaks volumes for him.
Coach, talk about the test that Penova had tonight, having to go against a great player like Coakley.
Coakley played his tail off. He was strong inside. It's the first time I felt like I was yelling, we got to help down a little bit. Got to help down. Normally we can leave Penova down there. We're going to have to work and get him up in front a little bit, though. He let him get too deep. And he's got to work up in front, make him catch it a little further from the basket. But Copley's a heck of a player. Copley, Lee, I think they're both seniors. Yeah, they've been around for a long. And I know if they weren't seniors, they've been around. I've been seeing them way too often. But the little Norton kid might be a junior because he set 1 year. with injury, but they got a veteran ball club, and they were expected to either buy or win the conference at the beginning of the year. For us, we were on the bottom half, the conference. So, it's not too bad. Our climb's pretty good. So we just got to keep moving forward.
George hasn't seemed to miss a step since he came back from that injury. He's played well.
Well, if you'd asked me after last game, I'd told you a different story. But this game, you're right. He came back and put it back where he was. Him and Jansen really had a lot because they are athletic. Both of them are athletic. Both of them can shoot okay. George didn't shoot a great percentage, but he can shoot it. Jansen can really shoot it. And, that gives us the depth that we hadn't had. If you came to our practices this last week, we had players stretching from inline to inline. About 3 weeks ago, I was asking Corny to practice, because we didn't have enough. So, by having that full range of players and being able to practice, you got to prepare. And if things take away from your preparation a day or two and they're not quite right, you might beat some teams, but you don't beat these high caliber teams. And this was a very good team. Coach does a great job.
Anything else?
Just CJ obviously got you going early.
CJ's my man. I love CJ Burks. He always comes over to me and we're walking off and things aren't quite going so well. Or, he'll come by me walking to halftime. He'll go, "I got you, coach. Don't worry, I got you." So, I pounded in their head that they got to make me a good coach. I make them feel guilty if they don't. but he always says that. It's funny as heck. And it's a good team, a fun team to coach. So, good kids. And we had Chad Pennington come in and talk to us prior to the game. I want to thank him. He had his kids with him. I want to thank him for doing that. And for some of you who don't know a lot of history, Oceana beat us when I was a senior, beat us to death with 5 players, and one of them was his dad down in Oceana, and they were undefeated state champions. And, for Chad to come and do that, I certainly appreciate it. I know I marveled at his skills here as Marshall, as a quarterback. Proud as heck. I told the kids, proud as heck of Chad. Said not only was he a great athlete here in the pros with Miami and the Jets, but you know what? He comes back and he supports our program financially and he supports programs with his time. And that's what good athletes should do. And I'm hoping his example will wear off on some of our players as they leave here. They come back and give back to the new kids, the new crop of kids that are playing here.
Was that kind of the message he had to the players?
That was I had that message. His message was play it like it's the last game. And that, this might be the last time that you ever get to play. And you should see that every time you play. And he said that's what got me through, is I looked at may be the last time I ever get to play a game of football. And I'm going to go out there and make it. I'm going to be good for my teammates, good for the fans, and good for this game. And I'm going to give my all to do it. It's a pretty good message. And I followed it up. He's the type of athlete we want coming out of here. He's an alumnus who came back with time and money and to help these programs sustain themselves. So my hat's off to Chad. I wish I could have beat his dad. I'd give anything to go back in time, just whip him, But they were too tough, and that happens in life.
I think that's good.